big wave guy. You know what the fuck. 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 You know what the fuck.
What's good to the channel? Big Wave God made this boy Ted. Hit that like button, hit that sub button, and follow my IG page at Big Wave God. Now y'all know the boy Taxstone and got found guilty of manslaughter with the Troy Ave case, man. And pretty much everybody on Troy Ave head right now, you know what I'm saying? He literally got beefs with Mano and China Mac going on. You know what I'm saying? I just reacted to China Mac going off on Troy Ave in like 5 videos. But it looked like Complex, the company, you know, that Everyday Struggle used to be on or whatever. They had went ahead and did an interview with Taxstone while he was in jail, while they say he was awaiting trial. So this was before the trial. They probably thought he was about to beat it and get out, come back to the podcast game and run stuff. But that's not what happened. He got found guilty. Now, it's a manslaughter charge, not a like first degree murder charge or something. So I don't think he gonna do like as much time, but I really don't know, you feel me? But we gonna read through this interview that Complex did with him, because I'm seeing the headlines and the way that everybody making it seem like Taxstone was taking shots at the hip hop podcasts and personalities that's popping today. Because you gotta remember, everybody hailing Taxstone is like an originator of this. Like, I don't know if he invented like hip hop podcasting or what, or just was early on it, or just like the first one who people was connecting to. But apparently he's like a legend in it before he actually went down and went to jail, you know what I'm saying? It looked like he was just pretty much a street dude who transitioned and kind of brought his gangsta ass ways to the, you know, to the internet, and was kind of, you know, I guess he had a problem with Troy Ave, I don't really know. But we're gonna get into this interview that Complex did with him. Y'all hit that like button, hit that sub button. Let's get it. All right, it says Taxstone has something to say. Before Taxstone's trial, we spoke to the Tax Season host about the state of hip hop media podcast, his time on Rikers Island, and if he'll return to podcasting once he gets out. Well, nigga, I ain't gonna lie. Once he get out, he might be bigger than he ever was, man. It's like when rappers go to jail, you feel me? I'm gotta think like he's a real street dude. He got a lot of people defending him, saying that Troy Ave ratted on him. So he probably will be the biggest if he get out, as long as it's not like 10 years from now, you know what I'm saying? But then he still could be popping if YouTube's still running like that, man. That's Tax right there, you feel me? He had the Tax Season podcast. All right, if Taxstone wasn't in jail, he'd probably be a top contender in our hip-hop media power ranking list. Campbell was one of the first to present off-the-cuff commentary on life, hip-hop, and hot topics with his Tax Season podcast, launched in 2015 as part of the Loudspeakers Network, a platform founded by the late Reggie Osi, better known as Combat Jack, and Chris Morrow. I heard of Combat Jack before, but I don't know what that is. So yeah, say he was one of the first people just giving like commentary on life, hip hop, just sitting down, just chopping it up, shooting the shit, basically. Probably like in a raw and uncut way. Taxstone cut through with his gravelly voice, direct yet funny opinions, and outside of the industry perspective that many could relate to, along with his signature catchphrases like "Be safe though" and "Beloved" that peppered his podcasts and tweets. At one point, his podcast was receiving up to 300,000 listeners a week, and he was starting to draw in guests like Meek Mill, The Lox, Lil Uzi, until everything came to a screeching halt, because we all know what happened. On May 25th, 2016, the shooting at a T.I. concert took place at Irving Plaza, leaving 3 wounded and Ronald Vanga McFadder, rapper Troy Ave's security guard, dead. Shortly after the shooting, Troy Ave was arrested and charged with attempted murder and 2 counts of criminal possession of a weapon. Weeks later, he was released on a $500,000 bond, and Tax was then arrested and charged with the murder of McFadder. God damn. Which he pleaded not guilty to, and 2 federal weapons charges, which he has pleaded guilty to. He's been in jail on Rikers Island for the last 5 years awaiting trial. Nah, that's crazy to me, bro. 5 years waiting to go to trial. God damn, what happened to the right to a speedy trial? But then again, I'm pretty sure it was him and his lawyer probably like pushing it back and back, probably just trying to get out. I don't know, man. I couldn't. 5 years to wait to go to trial. That's like that XXX. He died in 2018. They just got found guilty. Like, it's 2023. Yeah, that's 5 years too. He was found guilty of manslaughter in the first degree, but not guilty of murder and attempted murder. He will be sentenced on April 19th. Damn. The trial and the incidents leading up to it spoke to many things, but it emphasized how the hip-hop media landscape has shifted and certain personalities, not just legacy platforms, started to become highly influential. Being co-signed by Taxstone was a stamp of authenticity that artists wanted. Dang, because Tax was a real street nigga, man. His word held weight, and I guess he was really out there thugging before he fucking jumped in the podcast. So by the time, like, when you good in the streets, it's kind of easy to transition to entertainment because, like, everybody gonna know you from being a real nigga, you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be easy for people to come on your platform and fuck with you, I'm telling you. Right before the trial started, we caught up with Taxstone, who was in good spirits. Mentally, I stay sharp and I stay on point because Rikers is a jungle. It's probably one of the most unsafe places to be. And I'm from East New York, Brooklyn, and it's like the Wild Wild West. Being able to survive there, I feel like Rikers Island is like a cakewalk, but it becomes a mental drag, says Taxstone over the phone. That nigga still a tough guy, bro. That nigga say Rikers Island feel like a cakewalk compared to being on the outside from Brooklyn. What? Despite being in jail, he's well aware of everything that's happening in the world, including the podcast space. He listens to Gillie and Wallo, and he's heard what Nore has said about him, Combat Jack, and his IP on Joe Budden's podcast. What Nore say? I didn't really address it because that shit's not even true, says Taxstone. Like, if you really do your due diligence and look at the Tax Season podcast, I didn't post videos on YouTube, and that was intentional because I wasn't getting paid from it. Here we speak to Taxstone about the state of hip-hop media podcast, specifically his case, the importance of prison reform, and if he would return to podcasting once he comes home. What's your media diet currently? Are you listening to podcasts and keeping up with what's going on? Yeah, I still listen to $1 Million Worth of Game. I still listen to Breakfast Club. I'm very much into pop music right now. Oh, really? Yeah, so I like a lot of Dua Lipa, Harry Styles. Oh, damn, Tax. Okay, did you think he deserved a Grammy, though? No, not at all. Lovely song, though. Lovely song, though? This nigga here done got proper in jail, boy. He and that motherfucker. Never mind. What did you think of the current voices and personalities within hip-hop media? I like where the genre is going, in that people are able to be compensated more for their careers. Back when Combat Jack, Charlamagne, and Kid Fury helped put me on, they were the only guys that were really monetizing from it and getting money off of it. The genre has grown so much stronger because of guys like Chris Morrow, who pushed podcasts to all these corporate companies to help them recognize that long-form podcasts could be profitable. So I like that part of it. I think some people should not speak, but that's just an opinion. I think some people can't speak. I think some people might be trying to infiltrate intelligence to the masses, and they are actually not smart. Damn, nigga, you hit it on the head with that one. I ain't gonna lie. Niggas, a lot of motherfuckers do that because we all get in the camera. That's why I don't get on this bitch acting like I'm super smart, acting like I know everything. Now, do I think I'm smart in real life? Hell yeah. But fuck no, I ain't the smartest nigga on the internet, so I would never come to this bitch trying to talk about shit that I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. Why do you think certain people shouldn't speak? Because they're not educated enough to speak on the topics? No, not even that they're not educated on certain things. Let me give Nore, for instance. Nore's Drink Champs is a legendary podcast. I still like it. I have my little issues with Nore, but I don't hold on to shit too long like other people, but I still enjoy his podcast because I like hip hop and I like rap legends, but I don't like when a person tries to act like they're intelligent and they know what they're doing all the time, and somebody that tries to act like they're supportive of the culture. Like, if I was to interview Kanye West, once I seen that Kanye was saying everything that would destroy him, I would have never put it out. Yes, it would have helped my numbers. Everybody wants to see people say the most controversial things, but you got to understand the impact of certain things being said. And I felt like that was like the real help to disrupt Kanye. That was a real help to disrupt Kanye. You didn't help. Nigga, Kanye disrupted his damn, so I'm putting it out. I don't give a fuck. What? I'm putting it out. He should have kept it up. I was mad Nore took it down. Honestly, he should have kept it up. You didn't help him by putting that out. If you listen to what he said, you knew the words he was saying we're in a cultural setting where we know that certain things that are highly sensitive, you can't be sexist, you can't be racist, you can't be anti-Semitic. There are certain groups of people who we know have more strength than others, and when you say certain things that could shake up the world, some of those things that he said, it was offensive, some of it wasn't true, and some of it was maybe intentional, but a lot of it was out of him being a little off his rocker. So when you see that your brother is in that type of state, and Kanye West has such a humongous cultural impact in the world and coming from hip hop, bro, I ain't gonna lie, nigga. Motherfuckers just be talking, dog. God damn, then you could have literally said this whole paragraph in like fucking 5 sentences, bro. Look how, I think this the editor, you know, I don't even think Tax said all this shit, bro. They put that, come on now, bro. This shit long as hell. If I was to interview Kanye West once I seen that Kanye, okay, that's the main shit he said probably, man. Speaking of Nore, so I'm sure you heard he mentioned your name on a Budden podcast. He alleged something about intellectual property and that he's getting paid on YouTube and you weren't under your deal with Combat Jack. Yeah, I heard about it. I didn't really address it because that shit not true. If you do your diligence, I ain't post on YouTube. It was only full interview of tax season. It was only one full interview of tax season ever on video, and that's the Meek Mill interview I did in Atlanta. So that's false because I ain't even post videos on my YouTube. So what Nore was basically trying to say, that he was getting paid and Taxstone wasn't getting paid, I guess, man. That was a long ass article, man. But he wasn't really, while people putting it like he taking shots at hip hop podcasts, he said he liked what's going on and the fact that they getting compensated. He said what everybody else saying, that everybody shouldn't fucking talk, you know what I'm saying? But you can't control that because everybody got the right to talk. This is just about like if motherfuckers choose to follow people, even though you might think they dumb, it just is what it is. It's the internet, you feel me? So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments down below, man. I don't think he was really taking shots at nobody, you feel me? This big wave got made it. This your boy Ted. Hit that like button, hit that sub button. Till next time, we out of here.
Long and asparagus, the money wasn't inherited. Wave cover like excellence. I speak the truth like Exodus. Exodus before Xmas, then I treat the bitch like she don't exist. Left alone like the only kid. I just had to show my dominance. I just had to show my prominence. I could kill him with accomplishment.